The human growth hormone, often called HGH or GH for short, is a protein produced by the body that is important to fetal and childhood and adult development. It stimulates bone growth during childhood and promotes growth in height, bone, and muscle in general. It fluctuates during the day and is influenced by physical activity. It flows a signal transduction pathway starting at the hypothalamus that sends a signal to the pituitary gland to produce GH. It follows both the autocrine and the paracrine types of signaling. In fetal development, the cells use the autocrine signal where they send signaling molecules, also known as ligands, to their GH production. In childhood and adult development, the cells use the paracrine signals where they send the ligands to the cells beside them.
So the first part of the signal transduction pathway for growth hormone is reception. So two ligand growth hormone molecules will come in and attach to the growth hormone receptors, causing it to come together to form a dimer. Once the dimer comes together, it activates the tyrosine kinase, or that is specific to the growth hormone, which is JAK2, which when it becomes activated, it's phosphorylated.
The relay proteins called STAT and MAPK attach to the JAK2 where they're at the phosphorylated sites, and this then allows them to have the energy when they come and bring this stuff down. This would be the growth hormone in the muscle, tissue, and other developmental sites. So then once the ligand up here bind, they'll leave, and so they can be reused again later. And then the IRS, the PI3K, and the GSK3 are all the secondary messengers, which are essentially speeding up this whole process to get down to our response.
So once the activated relay proteins and the secondary messengers are activated, they move from the cytoplasm into the nucleus, where they bond with the DNA to form, to express a gene called CFOS. Now, CFOS is a gene that is expressed, or that when expressed, it causes cell proliferation, differentiation, and survival for cell growth, which is what growth hormone aims to do.
The growth hormone is essentially too big, and it's also a polypeptide hormone, which is polar, meaning it can't pass through the extracellular membrane. So it has to use all of this stuff down here to get through to activate everything so that it can make the CFOS at the very end. So to summarize, the reception is when the two GH ligands attach to the two GH receptors, causing the receptors to move together to form a dimer. The two JAK2s connect to the dimer and become phosphorylated, which means they're active. Then in transduction, the relay proteins will attach to the JAK2, and this means they become activated, and this will cause multiple cellular responses. Then again, as a response, the CFOS is our ending, and this again will involve cell proliferation, differentiation, and our survival for growth, which is again what our growth hormone is aiming to accomplish.